Hi everybody, I am Dariush Kiani, photographer, and you are watching Picture 4 channel. In this video, I am going to tell the story behind the scenes of this shot. There is a female musician in this photo who is playing a percussive instrument called def. As you can see, the hands, the instruments, and some parts of her dress, especially sleeves, are completely sharp in the picture, and the rest of the body and the clothing are flying in a mysterious and hazy way. So you might ask me to give you more details about the idea of this photo. I really believe when a musician is playing, create a vision by the act of playing, which is some parts visible and some other parts invisible, so that we can just imagine. This imaginary part of the picture has no boundaries or shape and doesn't fit in any frame. In my opinion, the extent of this vision depends on two items: the musician's feelings and the listener's comprehension. So based on this idea, I decided to use this atmosphere in my photograph and present the hands and the instrument with good sharpness and make the rest of the picture fluid and foggy. I don't want to sound like bragging, but I actually love this photo because I represented significantly my imagination in this picture. Now, let's get started. Welcome to the stories and the adventures of my photograph. I needed a big sheet of transparent calc paper to perform this idea. Something like the onion's skin. These kinds of paper sheets create a great effect when you place them between the subject and the camera. The interesting is, by decreasing the distance between the calc paper and the subject, its vision gets sharper. And by increasing the space, it goes more fluid and indistinct. The paper's width only was 90 centimeters, so I used two sheets of 3 meters in length and attached them by using transparent glue tape. And then I hung it up. As I told you, this percussive instrument is called def. Its origin is from the Middle East. The oldest signs of def, which had been recovered in Egypt, is from 13th century BC. Our musician's name is Mitra. She's my wife, and she's really talented. I should tell you that the dress I had chosen has a kind of species sleeve that could entirely hide the holes. I also chose the white one because the white clothes could fade into the background smoothly. I should be mentioned, I wanted to have a sharp image of hands and sleeves and the instrument. So I had to find a way to put these parts in front of the transparent sheets and keep the rest of the body in the back. I made 2 holes in the sheets. So she was able to throw out her hands. This instrument circle shape helped me in the picture's composition mostly, because I decided to hide Mitra's face behind the instrument to give more general meanings. I wanted my photo's clear space to be completely white and lighted, so I used a white color background and put it 2 meters behind the calc sheets. Then Lighted the white background with 2 studio flashes and standard reflectors and set them up in similar angles and powers. Now, I had got an intensity light on all of the white background. Then, I put 2 large reflectors in front of the subject to supply the front light. I preferred the front light to be completely soft and smooth. So, I lighted the left one reflectors with another flash and a standard reflector, but I didn't use any additional light on the second reflector to keep a smooth contrast on the dress. The background's light intensity had to be 2 steps higher than the light's power of the subject to make a shiny area on the picture's clear spaces. Because just a part of the background light can pass over the foggy paper sheets and reach the camera, and the rest will flow back. If I used less than 2 steps, the negative space or the empty image space turns to a gray color. On the other hand, this strong light behind the foggy paper had another benefit for the idea because it made the subject overexposed, so it faded the hazy parts of the subject into the background more easily. Since I needed a middle depth of field, so I chose number 11 diaphragm. Considering this, I set the power flash on a suitable degree. Now, I had to increase the power of background light. It means the flash meter should be showing the 22 diaphragm for the background light to keep 2 steps between the front and the back of the scene. You can do this light setting number without a flash meter too, but it may be not completely accurate. I was sure that with the focal length of 80mm, I could have the right perspective. The player's hands throughout the holes on the sheets, so they couldn't move too much. So I set the flash sync shutter speed and I was sure there wouldn't be any blur on the hands and the instrument. I also set the ISO on 100 to reach a fine-grained picture. Very good. Very good, okay. Please skew the instrument a little more. Very good. Okay, I love it. Please touch the sheets with your knee. Okay? Very good. That's perfect. Okay. Thank you. Perfect. So this was the adventures of the backstage of this photo. I'm going to make another video about this technique in the next. Please write your opinions in the comments to help me in making the next episodes. If you like this video, please click on the subscribe icon and ring the bell to follow my next video easily. And if you think this video was useful for you, please introduce it to your friends. Thank you for watching and take your time. Until the next video, goodbye.